Oh, what's up? Are you okay? Are you going to be able to keep the food down?
Yeah, it's staying down.
Oh.
I'm at the gym, but I'm afraid to walk in. I always get nervous before I walk in. I'm a bad bro. Every time I see these people going in, they're all like fucking all fit and shit.
Yeah, but you gotta take the initial thing to get there. But you know what else works really good?
Going behind another fat person.
Well, that's why I don't go. Let's go.
You're really alone with that. They judge at home. They judge at the gym, okay? That's why, like, no. No, stop it. Stop on your skin. Shut up.
No, I've been watching all these people go in. It's all like these very fit, my age, and they look at their age. Now I'm getting
Team deathmatch. All operatives, you're clear to engage.
Tactical out! Loading fresh map. Tossing tactical.
We've lost the lead.
Thermite's out. Throwing flash grenade.
Tactical out. Enemy KIA. Switching mags. Tossing tactical. Tossing tactical. Wrong. There we go.
Hostile care package deployed.
Look at you. Tactical out.
Changing max.
Hostile equipment destroyed.
Hostile Guardian has been deployed. Friendly cruise missile deployed.
Tossing tactical.
Placed it down.
Changing mags.
Friendly mosquito deployed.
Dropped them. You got lucky, and now you're dead.
Friendly UAV online.
Frag out.
Tossing tactical. Getting lit up. Switching mags. Incoming. Hostile eliminated. More never done for long.
Not it.
Tactical out. Almost. Changing mags. Tossing tactical. Tactical out.
Hostile mortar strike near.
There we go. Loading fresh mag. Tossing tactical. Take cover.
Good work.
Yeah, my son's. And when I'm on vacation, I'm not gonna lie. Like, all I'm gonna do is smoke and drink. Really creative, right? And the ice cream man came, and I'm telling my son, "Get the ice cream man." I said, and I'm telling my son, "Get the ice cream man," right? And my son is slow getting out of the room, right? So I jump up, throw my flip flops on, right? And I chase the ice cream man 3 blocks, and I am running, right? On a bike, and he starts pedaling at me because he thinks I'm doing something, right? Then I catch up to the ice cream man, and by now it's like 3 minutes. That I was running at him.
I said,
Vacation and
Search and destroy it.
Team deathmatch. Eliminate all threats.
Tossing tactical. Taking fire.
Taking fire.
Enemy KIA.
We've taken the lead.
Check your fire. Switching mags.
Secured the lead.
Changing mags. Dropped them. Low on ammo. Loading fresh mag.
Yeah. I think I'm looking at what Maria's telling me. She said I disagree with what
I'm low on ammo.
Hostile UAV in the area.
So I ate my patient, but I told her, I said, well, diet is
There we go.
eating restrictions. It doesn't, if you have a restricted diet, that's different. But you because
I'm hit. Requesting recon at my location.
UAV online and orbiting the AO.
Taking fire. Tactical out.
Some people are on a carnivore diet. Some people are
Bingo fuel. Outside
that you are on a
Tossing tactical.
It just means that
Your diet down or like
Tactical out. I'm getting lit up. Switching mags. Changing mags.
enemy UAV active.
Ammo here.
Making it seem like it was. And then he hit me
Switching mags.
Yeah, that's getting really bad. Let's make some. Leave me alone. I mean,
We've lost the lead. Hostile
Tossing
UAV in
tactical.
the area.
you know, we're crazy gamers, and you know, I'm ignorant. Getting retrograde. Yeah, y'all were all worried about that freaking psycho behind me. I was
Loading fresh mag.
We've taken the lead. The mission is half complete. Stay sharp.
Tactical out. Hostile eliminated. Taking fire.
Like, I'm a big bitch from village or bed, okay?
Changing mags.
Party girl.
That was close.
Ready to deploy.
Requesting recon at my location.
Copy that. UAV online and orbiting the AO.
Friendly Mosquito active.
Closing tactical. I'm in. Dropped them. I've never done for long.
RTB at the time.
Ammo here. Fresh mag. There we go. Switching mag. We're on the same side. Tactical out. Getting rid. Hostile eliminated. Changing mags. Oh, check your fire. I'm hit. Ammo here. Tossing tactical. Tactical out. Getting lit up. There we go.
Hostiles launched a cruise missile. We've secured the field. Mission accomplished.
Show for it though. Good for you. Where would we leave off? You were in the middle of explaining something.
Yeah, no, I think mens rea, like disrespectfully, I think it's applied very poorly within law, and I'll explain why. Because well, let's give a Bible explanation. The purpose of the state was to provide more so to aid in stewardship. It wasn't to what's the word? Because here's my problem with the current system. It allows too many criminals into the street. And it's because we have poorly defined terms. So, Mw3 is that it doesn't encompass the responsibility that the state has in terms of curbing behavior. So, here's the question. What is the best way to curb behavior?
Like bad behavior?
Yeah, bad behavior. What we consider bad behavior.
Well, I guess it would have to be through our laws.
It would have to be through, you are partially correct, it has to, how we curb bad behavior in any circumstance, whether we're talking about children or whether we're talking about society. We curb it through discipline.
Copy that. Send report.
The way to provide discipline is through so part of that group, when we talk about Mw3, and this is why
Search and destroy. Marked objectives. Set up security.
the mechanisms to which is why we see a lot of, like, for example, rapists or rape. Because we say, oh, do they really know what they're doing is bad? And so, kind of a case that I want to bring up is the one that happened. It was like in a small town. They made a movie about it. It was in Georgia. It was gang raped by the entire football team. They filmed a video of gang raping this girl. And what the judge said, what the community said is, oh, well, they're kids and they don't really know what they're doing. And it's just like, and these kids
You've won that round. Get ready for the next one.
Oh, let's go and destroy. Why did you keep talking about that?
And there's not a consequence to people's actions.
Search and destroy.
So that would be my response to the whole
Defend the objectives.
Is that it's there's its purpose, and I think we need to redefine the purpose.
Yeah, I think you misunderstand my stance, because I'm not saying that they should be completely off the hook or something, and I'm not saying that their stance should be based on if they believe that their actions were bad. It's, I don't believe that they even know what their actions are.
Moving this way.
We've seen that for a great bit. Let's say like raping all these women, it was serial rapists. And this has happened to serial college puppies in certain scenarios for the purpose of the discussion. So let's say this happens.
Only you remain. Finish the mission.
Seeing all the pictures that his fathers are taking,
Flanking here.
Rapists. Do the exact same thing. Doesn't necessarily believe that.
What?
We lost that round. Prepare for the next one.
Possibly dead if it goes on to like rape, let's say children, because he just doesn't see it as a thing.
No, see, you are misunderstanding my stance, and I'm not saying whether or not he sees it as a
Switching sides.
what his actions clearly are, and understand what
Search
that
and destroy.
is. You understand?
Oh no, he doesn't understand the act.
Plant the charges and demolish the objective.
I'm saying he doesn't understand it because it's wrong. I'm saying he didn't, like, if you're doing that, you can clearly see that you're harming that person.
What if he doesn't see the action the same way in the action? He doesn't see the action the same way. He doesn't believe it's human. He doesn't believe pain. She doesn't believe that there's actual.
I think that they could be on the same level because they are being hidden this the other scenarios you're getting, they're literally there watching. And so they fully understand their they're not watching it necessarily, no. They
1 minute remaining. Focus on the next one.
Want wouldn't be the necessary quality ability and why these situations.
It's still here.
Search and destroy.
I can just
Place the charge. Detonate the target.
And in that case, I don't think it'll try the same.
You've secured the device.
Then you just, whack the tickets. And his ability to understand that it's emotional limitation.
So therefore, he doesn't understand the qualifications of rape, the action of rape.
Here's the thing. I would agree with you if it was mandated that every person chooses an abortion to see what it does and fully understands it before actually going through with it.
Every watch rape to understand that rape is wrong.
More analogous stitch, I would say that we don't watch a murder.
Final minute.
Murder is wrong.
But that's what I'm saying. That's towards her. So that
Round secure. On to the next.
Stitch is trying to say is that we have 2 to 3 right?
Yeah, but they don't see it as he watched the abortion to see what they belong.
Switching sides.
Right?
Search and destroy.
Okay. Still acknowledge that it's harmful.
Watch the objectives. Set up security.
Because what Stitch was saying, like you look at like serial autobiographies, right? Victim to justify what they're doing. The same thing. To justify killing it.
I understand the difference in this is physically see they have no excuse, but inside the law, understand where their views are. There's a whole article talking about how just tissue is a pregnancy, and that's a little bit I believe in that.
yeah, but what I'm saying is that irrespective of that belief, you would still see that it comes from a culture in which it is normalized for him to as being equal humans as to men. So why would there be a delineation as to how to find the which is the woman?
So, my reasoning for that is because there is no excuse to not see with your eyes a person as a person outside of the womb. I believe that inside of the womb, people have been lied to, and they haven't seen that. And that's why they're no choice.
But in that culture, they raised to believe that women are so beautiful. Women are wonderful.
It should be more on a level of manslaughter.
The round is lost. Focus on the next one.
See that the women, with their intent, that they're negligence, that it's just duty and disregard for people.
Switching sides.
Slaughter, right? It would be like if
Search and destroy.
or something like that. And they
Plant the charges and demolish the objectives.
like in the case of abortion, I don't think
You've got the bomb.
No.
Hostile mosquito is online.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Moving this way. Careful, area's hot.
We're planting at Bravo.
If that person dies, guess what? I'm going away possibly for manslaughter or even possibly for first degree murder. Right? That's how that works.
We lost that round. Prepare for the next one.
I don't know.
should get that unaliving penalty.
Search and
But if you're
destroy.
saying that the woman, right?
Yes, that's
should
right.
get,
Should get the death penalty.
Place the charge.
yeah,
Detonate the
great,
target.
right? But like, what if you have the case where, like, I was watching a video on Tone Locs Live where a woman had 4 abortions. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you think that that woman should just get manslaughter? She had 4 abortions. And you could tell, right, that she didn't understand that she was unaliving a human life. But the result of it was
Cluster
4
mine
human
detected.
lives were unalived.
We're planting at Alpha.
What about a woman who takes the pill? So like,
Device in place. Countdown started.
it's clearly arguing this.
Oh, my God.
You did. Okay. But you clearly understand. I mean, that's really the reason for abortion. They know this entity could bring about a child and doing this topic. I don't see.
Consider manslaughter.
Our device was Return to base.
When a woman is pregnant, right? Okay. At least when we talk about like the 97%, 24 to 36, right? The reason why they're getting the abortion is because they know at the end of this, a baby is going to, pop out. So I would say if they know that a baby is coming, right? They have the intention of preventing that through unaliving it.
Right. Well, I do agree with that, but they don't see it as a baby yet, which is the problem. And that's why we do what we do. We inform.
So whether they see it as a baby yet, right? They know that in 9 months this is going to be a baby. So they would have knowledge, right? Eventually, this is going to be a human being, and I'm going to prevent it from happening. So that's your intent right there.
I think they understand it kind of like birth control, that one birth control that stops implantation. So I think that's, in my mind, that's how the pro-choicers see abortion, is preventing that baby from coming to life in the same way that birth control pills would prevent implantation so that the baby could not come to be.
Wait, but the IUD, because I talked about this yesterday, people don't know that's in the mechanism. Most people don't know that's in the mechanism IUD. But as an abortion, they obviously know this procedure. They know they're pregnant, like when they pee on the stick. They know they're pregnant, and they know this surgery or this medication is going to stop this entity from coming about. So I don't think ignorance is an excuse. I think this ignorance, even if this was the case, like, the fact that we have the internet where this stuff is readily available for free is not an excuse. Like, if you don't know these things, it takes like 10 minutes to Google it on the internet.
Team deathmatch.
And the woman
All operatives, you're clear to engage.
Abortion, right? Okay. There is nothing that she's
Stopping
not
tactical.
alive.
Switching mags. Taking fire.
I'm sorry?
Planned Parenthood actually did used to state that in their minor consent. Ending a child's life.
Tactical
Like,
out.
it does say results in the death of the child. They were very clear about that. Unfortunately, they have changed the verbiage now.
On your 6.
I understand that. But what I'm saying is this, right? Let's say I was seeking an abortion, right? And to pick up my phone and see where I can get the abortion at. So I Google, right?
I'm hit.
So in Googling, where to get the abortion at, right? They're going to tell
tactical.
me, okay,
Enemy KIA.
I mean, it depends on research, what search engine you're using, because Google actually has been sued for hiding that type of information.
We know.
Hang on. But like, this is my problem, right? Because this is my problem with the pro-life community. community, because we all seem to forget that we have third grade. In third grade, we have something in the biology book, literally the first few pages describes what we are, where we come from, and when life begins.
Changing mags.
Otherwise, there's one consensus of biology books that is used across the United States alone.
Tactical out.
One, okay, of biology books that are used, and every single one of them describes the human stages of development. So you cannot tell them not know that they're unbothered human beings, okay? Because either they learned it or they didn't retain it, or they're just ignorant. And that's what I'm saying, is that ignorance does not speak to their responsibility. If you didn't retain information, then you're just a moron. It will absolve you of any of the responsibilities that may come from knowing that information, okay? So, never be convinced that these women are just outright being manipulated into getting abortions. Because we learned this in third grade. We are dissecting the goddamn frogs. Where at least one of us, got a goddamn frog with fucking eggs. We know that they're humans. We know where we come from. We learn.
Tossing tactical. Switching mags. Shooting lit up.
I just wanted to say this really quick. Are you familiar with his name is Gideon something or another?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay, now Gideon, right? He had schizophrenia, right?
Enemy Overwatch
He
helo
had
inbound.
cognitive disability, and he had a low IQ. Okay, so he had a lot of things that would prohibit him from
The enemy is gaining
understanding
ground. Push him back.
that
Loading
what he
fresh
was
mag.
doing was wrong, right? But this guy to skin women, wear their skin, rape their unalive, right?
Ammo here. Taking fire.
Ended up dying. Okay.
Hostile
So if
mosquito is
you're saying
online.
that like ignorance
Tactical out.
gives us a pass, you would say we've given this man a pass.
No, I'm not saying you should get a pass. I'm saying you should be on the same level of manslaughter.
If we would have charged him with manslaughter, right, he would have never died in a mental institution and would have been unleashed on society and probably be able to do these crimes again.
Well, real quick, Lenny, W, your emoji for making great leave again. Yeah. I don't know what your first was.
It's clearly not man's. It's clearly not man's laughter, because you can see serial unalivers. They plan elaborate schemes to do these unalivings. Clearly, you're intelligent enough to do something like that, and you're clearly aware.
You have the capability of pleading insanity.
Yeah, but if you study the guy getting right, like, the biggest thing with him is that he lived someplace in the Midwest on some farm that was 20 miles away from everybody else. Right? So he didn't
Around the objective.
he was already in this isolated area. And he would just go,
Hostiles deploy
like,
a mosquito.
pick off, like, within his circle.
Saying that
Moving to
there
my
should be
mark.
no
Only you
consequences,
remain.
absolutely.
Finish the
And I
mission.
definitely disagree with the fact that our system lets people go over repeated offenses. There's no excuse for that.
But like you're saying, right,
lost that round.
that the
Prepare for
woman
the next
should
one.
get lesser charges, right? It would follow that, like, there is the possibility that this woman would be let out, right, so that she can be a repeat
Search
offender.
and destroy.
And I just don't find it intuitive.
Keep the enemy off the objectives. Hostile UAV in
I
the
guess,
area.
okay, I guess it kind of defeats the purpose of the pro-life stance saying that we care about the women too then, in the case of abortions and, like, abortion regret.
Well, I care about the women, but me caring about the women doesn't absolve them from the responsibility to retain their conscience. And that's kind of like my issue. Pro-life doesn't mean protect all life no matter what. Pro-life means that you're going to be equitable, and the consequence and the responsibility to do that is that means. Okay? So I 100% can empathize with these women. But I'm sorry, if you are a woman that got 2 abortions and then you're telling me, oh, I'm pro-life now, and I don't think we should, I'm sorry, I think you should still be in jail.
The round is
You should still
Focus
be
on
in
the
jail.
next one.
It doesn't matter. That's like saying, oh, I unalived my sister. Now I regret it. Now I'm over here being an advocate, being like, oh no, we can't unalive our siblings. This is wrong. I should still be in jail.
You know, this reminds me of the Casey Anthony thing that she did recently. Remember that? Like, we obviously know she unalived her daughter. Like, and you know, basically he's like, oh, I'm gonna advocate for this stuff, blah blah blah. Like, you know, I think this is just there needs to be justice, and you know, I think I agree. I think it's too very gynocentric. Just imagine if the roles were reversed. We know that if you know the guy did this, we wouldn't really be having this conversation. I'm not saying that you.
Unfortunately, I think you're right there.
Yeah, a lot of people like Lila Rose and Kristen Hawkins in the pro-life movement are very like this. It's always it's always men's fault, but it's like never women's fault. Like they'll find some way to never blame the women.
And it's very irritating, right? Because we're called misogynists, we're called sexists. Like, that's not the case. I'm not a sexist, I'm not a misogynist.
No, I respect the position, all means. I don't agree with it completely, but I mean, I understand it, and I respect it.
I'm talking more so about, like, Lila Rose, because I'm sorry. If I saw that girl in person, we would have a very serious debate, and I promise you I will dog walk that girl, because I've heard her say multiple different times she doesn't want the woman punished. But somehow she's okay with punishing men if men don't pay child support. Somehow she's okay with that. And that's part of my problem.
Yeah,
we're planting at Alpha.
And so my problem is this. I have a lot of empathy for these women. I have a lot of sadness for these women. But unfortunately, even some of the pro-life women that are quote-unquote mutual with, I'll tell them, you deserve to be in jail. You unalived your child. You unalived your baby. You unalived a human being. You don't get to escape responsibility. That's just the case, and I hate to say it like that, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, but you're going to like turn away a lot of people that are potentially pro-life. What matters more? Right? What matters more? For them to serve a sentence for justice of what they did to their children, or the quote-unquote pro-life movement? What matters more? Okay, I would say they both matter equally, but we need to be equitable. That is the only way we are going to be able to fulfill our missions. Right now in Colorado, it is 100% legal for 9 months.
It's ridiculous. And, you know, I do think it is important to take your stand like that, and it goes to help prove how serious your stance. Because if you don't, then they're like, oh, well, if you don't think of it to this level, then you truly believe what you're saying. I respect y'all's position on it. I do.
I've seen this Taylor person. I've seen her in many different lives.
Search and destroy.
Crazy. Oh, you care about the child? You care about yes.
Set up security around the objective. Enemy UAV active.
Like, it's not nothing new, sweetie. Can you answer what would you make such a remedial statement? Like, if we care, like we've been saying this for I guess
into the last 33.
I'm sorry.
What? Oh.
Go ahead.
Sorry, the question was, why would I?
We lost that round. Prepare
Why
for the
would
next
you
one.
make saying such a ridiculous statement in the comments, talking about how you see, but it's weird how people care this much about a child they would never take care of. I'm just kind of confused what you mean by that statement, because we care about children all the time. We care about them when they're being trafficked. We care about them when they're starving. We care about them when they don't have clothes, when they don't have water, when they don't have food. We care about them in all these stages, and somehow it's ridiculous to you for us to care about them when they're being unalived inside our funeral.
Yeah, I say that because I feel like, yeah, you know, our hearts feel like real bad, you know, we care about things and see things, but most people in the world have not taken action to really solve these problems. In our foster care system, knows that once someone chosen to keep a child, she probably wasn't fit to be a mother, or, you know, maybe didn't want to be a mom, or she became an addict, or whatever the case may be. All the children that are not babies, the children get put in terrible situations, you know, don't get adopted.
Mission failed. Return to base.
So therefore, these are women that chose to keep their pregnancies. They could still give up their, yeah, it's irrelevant. They can still transfer that obligation. They don't have to continue that obligation. So
they put it up for adoption, right?
Yeah, 100% kids that get put into the infant adoption system get adopted.
That's not true. That's very true.
100% true.
As of right now, there's actually 46 families per newborn child, Taylor. So I would recommend newborns. I'm talking about children, the 2-year-olds.
Taylor, shut up for a minute. So, what Sis just said, the newborn adoption is 100%. If you just made the claim that
okay, that's great. That's not like the problem. Like that's not solving the issue.
Don't bring it up then.
Yes, it is, because the second a child is born, they would be adopted.
Yeah, and just to be clear, let's say it is the case that they're not being adopted. How would that, and I'm just granting you this for the sake of conversation, I'm not saying it's true, because it's not true. But even if it was the case, how would that permit the ability or have some sort of ethical boundary to allow women to unalive their children?
Well, I mean, I think there's numerous reasons for women to have, you know, that choice. It's not just because of foster care. It's not just because of the what ifs. It's a lot
of reasons. I'm asking for the ethical discussion, right? That's what I'm asking for. And the reasons they may say, oh, they're broke, they can't take care of children, they may have a lot of women claim medical issues, even though there's no really medical situations that would require an abortion. So, like, there's so many things that these women use as excuses. I understand them. What I'm asking for is the ethical argument to allow them in the first place.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's fair to tell a woman that after 9 months of carrying something inside of you, that you should just have to give it up because you knew from jump it wasn't good for you, because that's not always something that someone can deal with for the rest of their lives. And in a lot of cases, they never get to meet the... No, I'm talking, I mean, either more so... Okay, so 10 months, almost a year, 10 months of holding something in your body that has limited you to do a lot of things in your life. You, as a mother, and I'm speaking like this because I have 4 kids. So, being a mom, you create a bond, an emotional bond. Your baby moves and everything while it's inside of you. So, having to say, you know what, I knew I'm going to be a mom, and then so emotionally having that time, and then giving up the baby. Not everyone's mental health and heart can handle that.
Yeah, but it seems like
kids, and you don't know gestation's 40 weeks.
Well, wow. Well, regardless of the fact, I find it interesting that women that make this argument somehow think it's an argument for morality. Like, how dare you be the person to talk about morality when you're sitting up here saying that they have a right to unalive them? If these women felt so bad about letting them go, why are they the first ones to give them up in terms of them be killed inside the wall?
Because
understand this. You can't sit up here, hang on, but you can't sit up here in a stance of morality when your first option for these children is to preemptively unalive them.
Well, a child, a fetus.
What's the difference in terms of, because it's the same biological organism.
Okay,
inside
the
and
difference
outside
is,
of the womb. What is the difference?
Okay, a fetus has to rely on a woman's body 100%. A child
newborn does as well. A
child does not 100% have to rely on its body.
Yes, within the first 2 minutes, a newborn or neonate requires the body heat of a person. 10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes.
Within
10
the
minutes.
first 10 minutes, right? I don't have to talk about the rest of the time.
Moving.
Let's talk about the first 10 minutes outside the womb. I don't know if you know this. The babies actually do require a human body.
Yeah,
the first 2 minutes go warm for yeah, exactly.
Enemy
Do this.
tactical.
That this applies. Well, even if it is for the first 10 minutes.
Enemy movement. Scratch that.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I mean, yes, that's technically, I guess, in a sense correct, but let's be like, oh, so for real, 10 minutes, like, 10 minutes.
Round secure. On to the next.
Yeah, but what you don't seem to understand, there's situations outside of the womb where a child is 100% dependent upon its mother. Okay, like when you look at like in Australia where they got snowed in, right? And this child was dependent upon its mother's breast milk to survive.
Yes,
Are you
I can
looking
understand
at
that.
where the woman got
That's survival, right? That's survival. That's not
okay, great. Taylor, if you're saying that the moral justification to unalive the child is because of the state of dependence, that in the cabin in the woods, this mother could have starved
Enemy
her child
movement
to
in the
death.
air. Enemy tactical gear here.
This woman could have starved her child to death. So are you saying that?
Still hot. Move fast.
No, because I think, she chose to be a mother. Great. That's amazing. But again, that's not a normal situation. That is a survival, almost like, datehood is dangerous. And I would, as a human, of course, our instincts would kick in to do what we had to do. But we would do that,
but we could argue that, it would be in the mother's nature to give birth, so her instinct should kick in and give birth and not unalive her child. Okay? But what you don't seem to understand is right now I'm testing your principles in a state of dependency. You specifically said that due to the fact that is dependent upon its mother for its life, it gives this mother the justification to unalive it. So why is it the case that we can unalive the entity in the womb for a state of dependency, but you would have a contention with unaliving these newborns who are in the same state of dependency?
Okay, well, since, you brought up a very small percentage of something that could happen, like, everything, I will too. So, with that, a woman that maybe, has not so great, body, like an illness that's genetic, or, she's just not really in a space, physically or mentally, that she feels like, I can't take my medicine right now, that's really dangerous for me, that's not good for me, that's a great reason why.
Plant a charge on the target and level
I'm sorry, Taylor, but you're
the woman's like that.
You're obfuscating, ma'am. You're obfuscating the initial question, right? Why is it okay to unalive the entity in the womb because of a state of dependency, but it's not okay to unalive the child? And it's not okay to unalive the child.
Children, because
okay, so if you're talking about a fetus, right? Mm-hmm. Now,
Is this person actually witty? Is this person actually clever? Is this person actually funny? Is this person actually boring? This, that, and the other thing. Is this person just like go in and out of
30 seconds left.
literal? If they're doing it on purpose or not. Like this guy right here protects. You don't know what to do with it.
Free Catholic education coming up. So, Mother Mary, we pray to you. What are you talking about? I belong here.
On planting, set containment.
Dude,
It's now been revoked.
so protect, you need to protect when you do manage to approach, be careful.
Don't trip.
Yeah. Thank you. This is no benefit. This is where it like tripped up the guy in the first place. He was drinking God's law necromancies.
Yes. That's right.
Well, I already told it to Benji. He has a citation. Gave it to him the article. But she didn't physically die, so technically she's not dead. No, the article had sources in it. It told church history.
Move in and detonate the target.
She ascended into heaven, so she didn't physically die. So she's not dead. Yeah, like isn't there? You asked for evidence of history of us believing this doctrine, and I showed you.
So we can pray it.
Like 300 years after Christ died.
And that's still pretty relevant. She didn't physically die, but she's not dead. Maybe you didn't read all of their works. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe they did write. Because that information is important. That would disprove your claim about the verse. Because if you're saying we practice necromancy, the whole problem is if Mary didn't physically die, by definition, it wouldn't be necromancy. Yeah.
Protect. Necromancy is specifically to Mary aside. Yeah. We're talking about the other saints. We're talking about canonized saints. We're talking about Mary specifically as well.
Well, the magisterium has an answer on that. You have to ask them.
Thanks.
It's civil necromancy. Yeah. The magisterium is an authority over us for no reason.
It should be.
Would it be okay if I were to try to commune with Enoch?
Is he a saint? I can't remember. Was it? Wait, was it?
You tell me.
I can't. I'm not sure if he's canonized. I'm not sure. Didn't Elijah Biley assume? I can't remember. I'm not sure. No? Oh.
Yeah.
I think there's another person in the Old Testament who Biley assumed. I can't remember their name.
Well, there was Enoch who was stated who just walked right into, he walked with God and was in heaven. Like it didn't state that he died, and that was stated in amongst the lineage.
Yeah.
Of Enoch and his descendants. And then you have Elijah who was caught up in a whirlwind.
So he didn't physically die either.
Right, so can we try to commune with him?
Well, Elijah, I'm not sure if he's canonized as a saint, but it wouldn't be necromancy. It wouldn't be
Aren't we all believers?
Well, not in the same way, but yeah, in a way, yeah, kinda.
Search has destroyed. Secure our objective. Do not let your guard down.
Okay, so what is the thing that we know? If one is
able to be talked to in such a, because they have a title of saint to where they can be talked to.
The saints be like considered saints because they died defending the Lord of Christ.
Yeah, the martyrs. Yeah.
Yeah, they're saints like any other believer, though. Yeah.
Right, but I'm asking Protect, what standard is he going to go to? Because Protect is an inquiring Catholic.
Yeah, he's inquiring. Yeah, that's why we give him.
And so Benji has inquired of Protect, give me resources concerning the Catholicism. So essentially, we're doing the presuppositional approach, asking him by what standard. Typically, what we do with unbelievers, by what standard people say this, that, or the other thing. So we're doing the presuppositional approach, asking him by what standard is one to know if a person who dies, if they are qualified as the particular type of saint that can be communed with.
Well, the magisterium says you can perform 3 miracles, and they have to be accredited to you.
Set up a perimeter around
So
the
magisterium says, okay, so he says the magisterium is correct.
Huh? What'd you say?
What how do the magisteriums justify? Or like with what scripture would they be appealing to? Or are they appealing to the authority to them given by God?
Yeah, the second option. The second option.
That's where we disagree.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. No, we're
also, anytime that you go to scripture to try to buttress the whole same thing. We have guests. Oh, wait. This is not your.
I don't think it's his, Emma.
What?
Emma, welcome up.
Nope. This is a Dog Mom 19 engaged. So definitely not his.
Not Benji either, Emma. Yeah, okay.
You've won that round.
Start with
Get
your
ready for the
age
next one.
and whether you're a Christian.
I am 19. I am Christian, but I don't go to church as much sometimes.
Switching sides.
I am a Lutheran. I was raised Lutheran. And I don't feel like abortion is right. I feel like if you do not want kids, you should not be having sex. Or at least personally, because I feel like I don't feel like it should be legal.
You're correct. Absolutely correct. Now. Yeah.
The round is lost. Focus on the next one.
And protect you. Yeah, protect you.
Like we know Lutherans are a little bit, heretical, but
Well, we can get into that first, but I am glad that you agreed.
Use the charges, blast the target. No mistake.
Oh, thank you.
Christian worldview.
Although you shouldn't be raising children in bad households necessarily, around stuff that can harm the child and yourself. That child should not be either. But one thing I'm certain, I feel like women should carry something on them in case of rape. I feel like that's the main issue that women get abortions from.
Hold on, please. Hold on. So, even though rape happens, the numbers that account
secure our objective.
As far as abortion goes, is 0.04 of 1% are reasons why women abort. Okay, the majority has nothing to do with rape.
But even as a Christian, we would say that we reject that. The exception, that's still an image bearer that deserves any justice.
Wait, so
while it's not your turn, so wait, stay muted till I get to you. Okay, you're a guest. Thank you. I got Lily's, and it's Emma's turn right now, you guys. So stay muted till I address you.
These people are like, but are getting abortions because they don't want to handle the responsibility.
Hostile mosquito is online. We lost that round. Prepare for the next one. Search and destroy. Set up a perimeter around the objective. Do not let them reach it. Only you remain. Finish the mission. The round is lost. Focus on the next one. Switching sides. Search and destroy. Place the charges on the target and destroy it. Hostiles launched a cruise missile. We lost that round. Prepare for the next one. Search and destroy. Use the charges, blast the target. No mistakes. Hostile SAE near your position. Mission failed. Return to base.
destroy. 141. Plant a charge on the target and level it. Secure. On to the next. Search and destroy. Move in and detonate the target. It's down to you. Finish the mission. The round is lost. Focus on the next one. Switching sides. Search and destroy. Set up security around the objective. That round. Get ready for the next one. Search and destroy. Keep the enemy off the objective. Hostile UAV in the area. They planted a Bravo. Prepare for the next one. sight. Search and destroy. 141. Plant a charge on the target and level it. Moving. The round is lost. Focus on the next one. Search and destroy. Move in and detonate the target. Enemy UAV active.
Moving.
Moving here. Moving. Round secure. On to the next. Switching sides. Search and destroy. Set up security around the objectives. We lost that round. Prepare for the next one. Search and destroy. Keep the enemy off the objective.
Moving to my mark.
Enemy bomber down. The round is lost. Focus on the next one. Switching sides. Search and destroy. 141, plant a charge on the hostile UAV in the area. Hostile bomb drone is active. Mission compromised. We failed.